There's no denying the image of policing in America has changed recently. Just ask Montgomery County Police Detective John Witherspoon.
I've been blue for 23 years. I've been black all my life. And when you look at the relations between black and brown people and police within the last few years, it hasn't been great. And I can't come to work every day and pretend like it doesn't affect me, at least emotionally.
So he started asking his colleagues about how they were feeling about their jobs.
Let's go ahead and check in. How's the week been?
It's been a rough week.
Man, I got nothing left at the end of the day.
Were they being treated differently in light of what happened to George Floyd? Did they feel as though they were respected in the community?
Anybody in here ever find it hard to explain to the general public what we really face and do?
I don't answer the question.
You don't answer the question? Is to see if number one, I wasn't the only one feeling this way, and I wasn't. And number two, I felt like there had to be an outlet for us as officers because some of the things that we were getting were justified. There were questionable police issues, there were questionable police actions, and the one thing that we held ourselves to was we have to be professional. There's some good in us struggling together. There's some good in it. You have to do your job above and beyond. You have to prepare yourself mentally, physically, emotionally. You have to do a better job. We got to be better police.
So last June, Detective Witherspoon decided to start a group where officers could come to talk about their jobs.
I work with the gangs and at-risk kids.
Or anything else that was on their mind.
I have started the process to try to become a foster parent.
I think you'd be great. You'd be perfect for it.
Council Vice President Gabe Albornoz recently participated in one of the focus groups.
When I went, I saw some vulnerability, and that was a great thing to see because this is a passionate discussion. It's a passionate issue. And having honest and authentic conversations like the ones that are facilitated through the focus group play a huge role in helping us move forward.
The group is called Focus, and the goal is to instill greater understanding and care between law enforcement and people.
You have all these kids that are in trouble, and a lot of the decisions that they make are dead wrong, are either going to get them dead or incarcerated.
They meet every Wednesday to check in and be there for one another.
We want everyone to understand that what happens here is a place of safety. Your thoughts on the training that we had yesterday in Special Victims?
I thought it was an awesome chance to kind of recognize that the level of stress that we're under is being recognized by our captain and the efforts that she made to start to help all of us deal with what we all deal collectively and we all know as individuals, get us all on the same page with looking out for one another, similar to the therapy that goes on here.
It's a place of respect. It's a place of comfort. We almost want to treat it as a hospital, a way station. This is where you go to get better. But you can't get better if your thought is, I don't need to get any better or I already have this. The other plus to that is sometimes you just need to go to a place where you can be around like-minded people and let some things off your chest.
Officer Stevens, I hear you got a program. Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am, I do. Here's the next question. Mm-hmm. Can you fix my kid? And my answer is always, no, I can't. I can't fix your kid. My program is not to fix your kid. I can only guide, I can give your kid guidance. Right. I am not the kid whisperer.
We had a session once where a younger officer had some emotional issues. And we all sat in here and, cried and hugged and yelled and people got mad and action started happening. But we wanted that officer to leave here feeling supported. And if that's what we can do for just one officer that's coming in or one officer on their way out, then I think we've accomplished our goal. How's the family?
Everybody's good.
Wesley Allen is also a detective for the department. Before that, he was an SRO at Northwest High School. He comes to the focus group to find ways to help improve the outlook for police and the community.
So we work for them, firstly, right? We provide services for the community. Everything we do is with them in mind. So it's important that they understand that we are outraged as well by some of the things that happen across the United States. That's not how we police. And it's important for them to understand that we want them to be a part of the solution. We're working to help them. We're working to help ourselves. But together is how we find a solution.
For Sergeant John Reinicka, it was personal.
I'm married to a black woman, so I have 2 children. So when I used to come home from work, and actually it started at Ferguson and Baltimore, you know, I got questions, and so I kind of started thinking, you know, it's a conflict. I'm home, and I get questions, and then I'm on the working. So it just kind of went all together.
But when we ask the question, do the officers feel that they've been put under the microscope unfairly, they all agree criticism is warranted for certain events that have occurred in Montgomery County, but the current culture also feeds into the atmosphere that surrounds policing.
You can't have police reform without the police. So we have to make sure we do a better job of hearing what people are saying and hearing how people are feeling, but also understand that a lot of what they're feeling may not be directly toward us or me, but I still have to answer to that and be accountable for that.
John Witherspoon will tell you he loves being an officer and that he's committed to working towards shifting the emotions towards police.
We're all in this, and just because we're all in this, it doesn't mean that we all need to be kind of down about being here.
And part of that goal is making sure that they take care of each other.
Every now and then, we want to make sure that you're doing a good job taking care of yourself,
so that they can be better for their community.
Chief Jones used a term that I think resonates with me, and he's been to several meetings as well. We're influencers. We may not be able to change the state law that was just passed, or we may not be able to change the public sentiment about what policing has become, but we can influence how they think about what we're doing. And we can influence, more importantly, what we think about what we're doing. So the change has been in the fact that we've been able to be here, with a few exceptions, every week with the purpose of let's get better.